This unit is ready. It's a reaction to their recent dietary changes.
What are you talking about? They're acting the same as they do every day.
They may look docile, but I assure you, that is...
Hey there.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful. I observe them every day. They might the ability to create them is purpose enough.
Come visit Advanced Systems whenever you please. We get all the fun projects.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Good to see you.
Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Terminal somewhere. Security's too good.
There you are. I cannot express how pleased I am. Our new guest is familiarizing himself with his surroundings. Yet he's already pointed out several inefficiencies in our methods. With his help, Phase 3 will be ready in no time. And it's all thanks to you.
A lot of work went into this before I even arrived. Just how close are we?
It shouldn't take long at all. The Facilities Division has it well in hand. There is one more part for you to play, and I think you might enjoy it. It is time to announce our presence to the Commonwealth, to request that they do not interfere with our plans. You should be the one to do it.
Right, because no one up there suspects the Institute exists.
This is not a joke. There's been too much posturing by too many groups. The world needs to know that we are in power and the Commonwealth is ours. As the incoming director, it is your responsibility to lead, to establish that place for the Institute's future. Please take this seriously. We've prepared some remarks for you to record. Once you're finished, we'll broadcast them to the entire Commonwealth. Use the microphone here and follow the script. It's quite simple. I'm sure you'll do fine, Father.
For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists, that we are among you. It is true, but it is not the whole truth. We're here, and we are the future. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist, ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your personal freedoms. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in tragedy for all involved. Rest easy. Know that the future is in safe hands, and that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
Well, that was interesting. Perhaps not what we originally intended, but it will certainly get your point across. Now it's time to make sure that everyone hears it. How would you feel about making a little trip to Diamond City?
I could use some fresh air.
A quaint phrase, though I'm afraid the air there is anything but fresh. The radio station in Diamond City is listened to by many in the Commonwealth. If we'd like the people to hear what we have to say, it's the best way to reach them. Before we preempt their broadcast, we need to ensure it reaches the maximum range possible. I've been assured that the necessary parts are on site. You'll just need to install them to boost the broadcasting power. Report back when you're done. We should be ready by then.
Sadly, it sounds.
Yes?
Huh?
I haven't forgotten what you've done for me. Oh, hey. How are you?
Okay, let's try this.
Think the radio sounds better these days?
Maybe this
I'm
goes
not
here?
getting nearly as many complaints.
Alright, in you go.
Things with Scarlet didn't really, work out. But that's fine. Think the radio sounds better these days? I'm not getting nearly as many complaints. Oh, hey. How are you?
Nice work bringing the rogue synth.
Enjoy your trip to the big city. It's done then? The transmitter has been modified.
Everything is in place. It's ready to go when we are.
Good. Once the reactor is online, we'll cut into their broadcast. I'll let you do the honors. This, my friends, is the moment we've all worked towards. After all your effort, the time has finally come to start our reactor. No longer will we be forced to compromise to survive. No more will we need worry about outpacing our resources. My father and I couldn't be more proud of what you have helped us accomplish, and we look forward to achieving even greater things in the future. The Institute is now truly mankind's best hope. Thank you. All of you. I often wonder what the Institute's founders would think of our accomplishments.
Sean.
It's almost hard to believe. After all those years of hard work, here we are. We've arrived. Look what you've made possible.
We're all responsible for this success.
Spoken like a true leader. I'm proud of you. There's more work to be done before the Institute's future is guaranteed. The Directorate has convened a meeting about how to proceed. I'm not going to attend. You should be there as director.
Doctor.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the Facilities Division immediately.
So you'll be the new director.
I hear, that rogue scent at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the Facilities Division.
X688
May I
sounded
be the
very
first to welcome
impressed
you,
with
sir.
your work at
We're looking
Libertalia.
forward to working with you.
He doesn't give praise lightly. Well done.
Let's just get down to business.
Yes, of course.
Right now, we're all here because it's finally time to stand up for ourselves.
Let's not be dramatic, Justin.
There's nothing dramatic about it. We're in a position to push back, to assert ourselves here. That's what we've talked about all along.
To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition to the Institute's goals. With the reactor now online, we have the ability to not only expand synth production, but to project power to a much greater degree.
I'm sure the reactor will improve everyone's life. It's a great accomplishment.
Yes, but it's not just that. The Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long run.
Let's not beat around the bush. The Directorate has agreed that the Brotherhood of Steel needs to be eliminated.
As the incoming director, we felt it important to inform you of the decision and get your thoughts on it. So, where do you stand?
I think the last thing the Institute needs now is to make things worse. We should be trying to avoid conflict, not starting it.
I would love to see that big airship fly off over the horizon, but it's not gonna happen. The conflict is already upon us. Unless we end it now, it's only going to get worse.
We really don't have a choice. If we're to emerge from this the victors, we need to move quickly. As director, it's up to you and how we focus our efforts in achieving this goal. We'd like your input on what direction we should take. Do we increase synth production or focus on weapons development?
Synths are the Institute's greatest strength. The more we have, the better off we are.
Well said. I'll see that the necessary steps are taken. Thank you very much for your time, sir. That's all we have for the moment. I believe Father wished to speak with you once our meeting concluded.
To be frank, I don't agree with Father's decision, but I'll accept it.
We're making real progress, thanks to you.
Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
Sean.
Ah, there you are. You've met with the Directorate. I assume they made their intentions known? It was difficult for them to reach the decision to engage in open hostility. What about you? Do you agree with their decision?
I think it's a mistake to lash out at anyone.
It should be clear by now that if we wait, we will be destroyed. Acting swiftly is the only way to secure our position. You know, Father, it's no secret that you worked with the Railroad in order to first reach the Institute. The depth of your involvement with them has been called into question repeatedly. I'm sure you can guess by whom. The question is, where do you stand with them now? Do you count them amongst your allies?
Does it matter? What are you getting at?
I think it's obvious. For the Institute's position in the Commonwealth to be secure, the Railroad must be eliminated. Completely. As our primary above-ground operative and someone who has had previous contact with the Railroad, you are in the best position to carry this out. So what I'm getting at, simply, is this. Are you willing to destroy them?
There has to be another solution here. Something less violent.
I'm afraid the time for hesitation has passed. We must act decisively, and we must act now. Will you do it?
Is this really necessary?
I'm afraid it is. I take no pleasure in it, but it must be done for the sake of everyone in the Institute. And it must be done now. Are you willing?
I can take care of them.
Good. Good. I don't enjoy asking you to put yourself in harm's way, but this is so important.
X688
May I be the
sounds
first to
very
welcome you,
impressed
sir.
with your
We're
work
looking
in
forward to
Libertalia.
working with you.
He doesn't give praise lightly. Well done.
Let's just get...
Yes, of course.
Right now, we're all...
Let's not be...
There's nothing dramatic.
To bring you up to speed, with the reactor now online,
I'm sure the reactor will...
yes, the direct...
Let's not beat around.
As the incoming... So,
I think the last...
I would love to see the conflict.
we really don't have a...
Sure.
As director, we'd like your...
Uh-huh. Synths are the...
Well said.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. That's all we have for the moment.
At last, we have power adequate to our needs.
My compliments on getting B592 back to us so quickly.
Are you ready?
Ready for what?
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia. Quite a handful.
They wanted to compliment you on your handling of the situation at Bioscience. Bravo.
It's okay. I'll make it up to you. I promise.
Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand.
Ah, there you are. You've met with the Directorate. I assume they made their intentions known? It was difficult for them to reach the decision to engage in open hostility. What about you? You agree with their decision?
I think it's...
It should be clear, but you know, Father, the depth of the questioning.
Does it matter?
I think it's for the Institute, as our...
Sure.
So what I'm getting...
Uh-huh. There has to be...
I'm afraid the time...
Is this real?
I'm afraid it is.
I won't do that to them.
Even knowing that they would kill all of us, you included, to get what they want. I'm sorry, but consider this an order. It must be done. I'll expect a report when they've been eliminated.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the Facilities Division immediately.
You showed a lot of lenience. With Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken.
Get out of here.
Get up! The work is done. I am sorry. I know it was likely difficult for you.
You're confident the railroad is finished?
As confident as we can be. It was always a loose network. But with the key players gone, it's not impossible that they'll be back someday. But it will take them time. There is obviously one final threat the Institute faces.
Sure. There's always one last thing.
You're not wrong, I suppose. There will always be issues that need to be dealt with, but this is something else entirely. The Brotherhood of Steel covets technology, and has made it clear that we cannot peacefully coexist. They will eventually come for us, and attempt to take what we've spent so long creating. We need to destroy them, before they can destroy us.
I don't know if that's a good idea. They're well fortified. Attacking them would be risky.
It's necessary. That's all that matters. But the problem with the Brotherhood of Steel goes beyond the edges of the Commonwealth. It's not enough to destroy them here. There are more of them out there in the world, Father. And they too will come for us.
You have something in mind if that happens.
I'd like to prevent it from happening in the first place. We will show them that if they interfere with us, the very technology they value so highly will be turned against them. We will teach them that we can appear at a moment's notice, wherever we please, and they cannot ever stop us. They will know better than to ever interfere with us again.
I don't know if we can pull that off.
I don't see that we have a choice. And with you leading the charge, how can we fail? Dr. Lee should be expecting you in her lab. She can fill you in on the details. Time is of the essence.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
You've done well so far, but the evaluation is far from over.
Dr. Lee.
What can I do for you?
It's nothing. Never mind.
All right.
Dr. Lee.
What can I do for you?
What have you got to help me with Liberty Prime?
It's that time then, is it? Well, let's get to it. Dr. Orman, over here, please. It's time.
What now? I'm still working over the code that the robotics sent over. The algorithm is a mess. It's not even close to peak efficiency.
It would seem we've run out of time. Let's go. We're going to cover the basics of the operation as it stands now. Dr. Orman has done most of the prep work, so I'll let her explain.
Okay, thanks. Is this really exciting, or is it just me? So, you know that the Brotherhood's main operation is at the airport, right?
What can you tell me about the airport?
Well, there are a few key buildings that are still structurally sound, but no pre-war aircraft are still in service. If they were a little less intelligent, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We'd have just swarmed them with synths. But they're not idiots. They've managed to generate an EM field that's messing with our ability to relay in.
What sort of EM field? What's it doing?
Basically, just scattering any suitable complex signals, like the ones from our relay, preventing us from getting close. So the immediate area around their encampment is a no-go. They don't, however, have the entire airport covered. We can relay you in to a point at the edge of the airport, and then you can get in and take down the generators.
So I'm by myself out in the open. Way too much risk.
Only at first, and it won't be that bad. You'll have Surprise on your side. Should give you some time before they can organize a real defense. For every generator you take down, it means we can start relaying in synths, giving you even more of an advantage. And, oh, I almost forgot. Take these.
Whatever it is, I hope it's reliable.
Of course it is. This thing, and I haven't come up with a good name for it yet, it basically deploys a beacon marker. Wherever they land, we can lock onto them and relay synths directly to that position. If there's a hotspot, you can drop synths right on it. We've only got a few of these, so put them to good use. Don't go tossing them into the bay.
Oh, great. The day is won. I can see it now.
We'll see what you think when you're neck deep in Brotherhood soldiers. Your real job will be to reach Liberty Prime. You know the deal with that, right?
What's Liberty Prime?
Dr. Lee can give you the rundown.
Yes, well, the Brotherhood discovered him. An old pre-war military project that never saw the light of day due to power problems that couldn't be solved. With my assistance, they were able to get his reactor running and use him against their enemies.
Well, great. Helping the Brotherhood has really worked out well for us.
Oh, spare me. It was 10 years ago. You were sleeping peacefully in your little tube while I went through a very special kind of hell. You have no right to judge me. The point here is that in designing the power system for the robot, I had full knowledge of every onboard system. I know exactly what it is capable of and precisely how to exploit those capabilities.
We've taken everything we know, made a few modifications based on what we think they've done with it in the past 10 years. And, this part was my idea, uploaded the whole thing into a modified synth, capable of delivering the virus directly into Liberty Prime. The little guy is going to be exposed and vulnerable, so you'll have to keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't get shot, you know?
With Liberty Prime on our side, that'll give us a hell of an advantage.
He's not going to go stomping around, and he won't be taking orders. But he will have his weapons and targeting systems overridden. And he'll absolutely recognize their airship as the primary communist target in the Commonwealth. So your end goal is ultimately pretty simple. Get to the robot, then hold the position while the synth does his thing. Oh, and don't worry, we'll pull you out of there before everything explodes.
If you have any questions, now's the time to ask. Otherwise, they'll be waiting for you in the relay room.
Have we got a plan B?
We don't need a plan B. This will work. Anything else?
No questions. Let's do this.
Very well. Good luck to you.
Dr. Lee might not show it, but I can tell she's excited about having the reactor online. I've already started thinking about the next reactor. I'm convinced that antimatter is the way to go.
Higgs and Loken are lucky to be alive. Not everyone would have handled that situation as well as you did. Dr. Ayo was looking for you. It sounded important.